move on to fighting injustice, defending democratic rights, and then we're going to take the votes at the end of this section of the criminal justice system. So can I have Islington and the LGBT caucus, whoever's moving? Thank you.
Good afternoon, conference. David Landau from Islington Left Unity. I'll be very brief. I don't expect this to be a controversial resolution. It's not a comprehensive policy on the criminal justice system. It's not meant to be. What we have done here is to highlight some key questions that Left Unity ought to take up, especially in the run-up to the general election. And things that the bourgeois parties will make a lot of noise about, and other things that they'll want to squirrel away, and only people like us will bring to the attention of people. So they won't want to be talking about how they are shredding the legal aid system and so denying working class and poor people access to representations and justice. We need to be making a big noise about that and demand that the system needs to be defended and extended. They won't talk about deaths in custody. We should be shouting from the rooftops about that, making it an issue in this election. They will talk about being tough on crime, but they'll use this as an excuse for arbitrary targeting young people that police don't like the look of with their stop and search laws. We need to bring out the injustice of this. People who complain to the police through the IPCC will soon find out that there is nothing independent about it. It is not fit for purpose. It needs to be replaced by a genuine independent body. They won't be talking about the fact that they're selling off the probation service to multinational bodies with appalling human rights records like G4S and Serco. We need to expose this. They are also outsourcing the running of custody suites to these companies. Remember, Jimmy Mbanga was killed by G4S security guards. But they will be talking about is scrapping the human rights legislation, using Europhobic and anti-migrant arguments as an excuse. We have a separate resolution on this, but suffice it to say that there will be few parties out there taking the defence of human rights robustly in this election, and that's a task that will fall to us. We support the amendments that came through from Stockport that have been incorporated in about hate crime. Through my work, I've seen the way that certain gains that were won after the end of the Stephen Lawrence inquiry have been whittled away over the years, and that's a very important fight. And I hope somebody from the LGBTQ caucus will have a chance to get up and talk about the LGBT question, prisoners question. Yes, I think that's it really. So I move. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Comrade from the LGBT, you just going to move forward? Yeah.
Yes, Richard Farnos from the LGBT caucus. I won't take long. We were going to just formally move, but the question of LGBT prisoners has been raised. We thought it's an important issue to raise the fact that disproportionately a number of LGBT people are in prison. This is often a result of being on the lowest rungs of society and often estranged from families. Also issues around mental health. Well, there's a scandal in some ways which we have missed out, which is, of course, a lot of mentally ill people are thrown into prison as well. And this is not the place for people in that situation. And this resolution gives basically the caucus the power to do some outreach with organisations which work with LGBT prisoners to help to develop a policy for the party.
Thanks very much for that, Comrade. Okay, can I have Crime and Punishment Sheffield, please?